All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. My name's Tom, full-time eBay reseller, part-time, full-time stay-at-home dad, part-time nothing. I'm full-time every direction I could possibly be. Part-time YouTube sensation. We're at Goodwill again. I'm cleaning up in the house, and I had 2 boxes of returns that were kind of spilling over. Returns, donations, things that I bought and turns out weren't worth listing, or broken, or things that the kids were getting rid of, or clothes that I bought that ended up not being anything worth my time. Anyway, we had 2 big piles of things that I was like, oh, I'll just donate those. And then since I'm here, let's go in. Seriously, no, I have a shopping addiction. And I mean, like, if you have a gambling addiction, it costs you money. My shopping addiction makes me money. So that's, feels different. Just parlay it into something good, right? Hey, look, there's me right there reflecting in the door. Little Minecraft dudes. Okay, let me scan one of them. Okay, so I just talked to the lady at the register, and there are currently about 20 people in line because neither of their front registers are functional. So, while Dave Clark 5 is not necessarily anything good, it is indicative of a person with good taste in music. So, still nothing good. So I might be wasting my time. This Better Homes book can do well. I'm going to comp it. I've sold those a bunch of times, but different ones do different. And this book is cool, and it'll be 50 cents. But if the registers are down, you can't buy anything, then I'm wasting my time. So I'm just banking on them being fixed when I go back up there. This has been $40. We're coming up on yellow being half price again. So probably like 6 weeks once, and then we're coming up on like 12 weeks of this thing being $40. And this one's 25. At least it's new in the box. Oh, that's fun. How much is that? Probably more than I want to spend. $264. Well, that definitely isn't more than I want to spend. What is this? Hitachi VCR Plus. So that Hitachi, there's one listed for like $70, but there's none sold. And there's a handful of remotes listed, but there's no remote on that. So I think with my luck from buying VCRs here, I'm gonna leave it here because I am probably under 50% on buying cheap VCRs and them actually working. So I try to not be conspiratorial in my thinking, but when I buy a good board game here and I come back in and board games are $25, it makes me think maybe they're watching my channel to figure out what they're getting in that they can make more money on. Now, nobody's ever going to buy that for $25, but, and perhaps I'm wrong. I mean, there's no evidence to that effect. It's just, the way your brain draws lines between things that don't actually have lines between them. You know what I'm saying? So I don't actually think that, but, it comes to mind when you're seeing that kind of thing. That looks like a Pokemon. Maybe even an older one. 98, 99. So I'm gonna probably make this ill-advised purchase. It's a vintage Charizard, but look at this. Oh my goodness. Oblina from Real Monsters. I haven't really looked at the tag yet to know if it's vintage. Viacom 1995. I can't imagine that that's not one of the top 5 plushes I've ever found in my life. I haven't run comps on it yet. But now I got to do some digging on these plush. Probably just that, because I mean there's not a lot of plush here. But Charizard and Oblina. Who are you? So this is from the movie Paulie. And there's 18 listed and none have ever sold out of the box. And I mean By never, I mean in the last 90 days. So remember when I didn't pick this up the other day, but it was new and sealed? Now it's not. Once upon a time, this would have been a heck of a find, but I just don't mess with this stuff anymore. Astrosonic is a good one, and it's $10. Once upon a time, Black Eyed Peas put out a CD called Elephant, and it had a really good song on it that got played a lot. They had to change the name. This is a fantastic CD, just incredible end to end. Somebody just tried to sell me this exact CD because it just sold on bid on eBay for $300. Now I don't believe that it's actually worth $300, but things go crazy when people die. I might put this up on bid and see what happens to it. Okay, so I'm going to ask you guys to bear with me just a minute about this thing. This is sitting on the counter at Goodwill. We're still at Goodwill, and I'm trying to scan this barcode and realize that it's a BMG music group kind of thing. And so I'm not successful there. So anyway, I go in and type in the title and I look this up, and I know for sure that the latest sold listing for this is $330 because I was just discussing it with a friend the night before. And so I go and find that title and I copy and paste their title when I'm making my listing, because obviously their title worked for them and got them a lot of views. And so I would consider it optimized for the search engine, even though looking at it, it probably isn't. It's adequately optimized for the search engine. So I'm going to take a picture of the front. I'm going to take a picture of the CD. I'm going to take a picture of the back of the CD and the back of the case. And that's going to be the the pictures that I upload to list this CD on eBay right here in the store. I'm going to take a picture of this extra barcode because it's weird. It's not your typical barcode. And so I'm going to add that picture to my listing. Now with the pictures uploading, I'm going to go down here and I'm going to choose how I want to list this thing. This one I'm doing as an auction because that moment where somebody just died and people are looking for their stuff and willing to pay a premium is so fleeting. I'm just going to do a 3-day auction to see what I can get. I'm paying $1 for this thing. I'm going to list it for an auction at $4 plus shipping and see where it goes from there. And so it won't let you require immediate payment. And so I had to turn that off. And then I have to do the item specific that says the name of the album. And I always use talk to text to make this a little simpler because I can say it faster than I can type it. And I don't type super slow, but this just makes it a little bit easier. And so now that I have the pictures and the title and my listing all set up, it cost me $1.15 to do a 3-day auction. And then I even paid the 99 cents for promoted. So I'm paying $2.15. It should be a fun little experiment to try at just $3.15. And I thought it might be useful for you guys to see how I list stuff. Made a screenshot of myself listing that. So it's officially already on eBay and I don't even own it yet. And here's the thing that sucks is the register still isn't working. So I might have to take it down. But I thought it would be fun to try listing it before I get out of here. But if it doesn't catch a bid and I decide to leave, I might just pull it down. Well, that's not how I wanted that to go. That Oblina is fantastic. I probably wouldn't have sold it. But this is the face of a guy who doesn't yet realize that he's about to get a bid on an item he hasn't yet bought. Charizard was cool, but the registers are broken and they just hung signs. I don't think they're planning on getting them fixed today. I think they ought to just pull the plug on the store and tell people to go home. So under normal circumstances, I certainly would not do this, but Oblina might be in the bottom of the bucket of Beanie Babies. But I found that I really wanted to buy it, and through no fault of my own, I could not. And so, like, if I just was short the cash and had to go get money and come back, I wouldn't put it somewhere where people are less likely to find it. But, like, I would have bought it if they hadn't screwed up. So I put it away, but in a place where it's not likely to be found until I come back tomorrow. I would be shocked if it was actually still there tomorrow, but you never know. A better chance than if I just sat it straight on the shelf. But I wouldn't condone that behavior if it weren't for this ridiculous situation that's going on at the store now. Bad news bears, guys. So you remember that part of the video where I showed you me listing that CD in the store? And then you remember the part where I left empty-handed. I got a bid, and that reminded me that that was listed. So I actually did. I hid the CD too. So maybe when I go get the boys from school, I will pick that up. I'll go back into the store and see if it's still there. But my suspicion is either the registers will be running and that CD will still be there, and maybe Oblina will and maybe she won't, but or the store will be closed because of the lack of registers, and I'll go in tomorrow if they get it straightened out. But there's a little bit of me making poor decisions for YouTube clout and it coming back to bite my rear. Okay, we're back. I got the boys from elementary school. We don't have to go get Evelyn for like 45 minutes. So we're gonna see. It looks like people are leaving with things that they bought. So things must be straightened around. The moment of truth. I see it, it's there. Because it caught a bid, so.
Let me see it.
It's that CD. Okay. There's a jacket. There's a jacket that came out, this one. And at $9, I think I'm gonna get that. Pearl Snap Eli Cattleman. Go ahead, buddy. I wonder if it's vintage.
You went back to the
got
restaurant?
Oblina. Got the jacket. Got Charizard and the CDs. $10. Carhartt, made in the US, Youth XL. I think those are really good. What'd you find, Caleb?
A claw machine.
Is that cool?
Yeah.
What are we gonna do with it? Sell it?
No.
What are you gonna do with it?
Put candy in it
And play games?
yeah.
Cool. So it worked out. We got Jimmy Buffett. It has a bid. Paid $1 for that. We got Oblina. And then little Jimmy. So that's what we're doing at the Goodwill today. It was a little strange, but Caleb's got himself a little claw machine, and Asher's wearing a coat like it's not 80 degrees outside. All right, thanks for watching.
Subscribe.
What are we doing?